There's more to your financial life than just your investment portfolio. In fact, there are 6 different interconnected, interrelated areas of your well-rounded financial life financial plan. In fact, your personal net worth statement and your personal income statement actually, when working together, can do a lot to build wealth for you over the long term. I'll share how coming up. This is an underappreciated connection, but I'm telling you, if you buy in, if you see what I'm about to share with you, very, very simple, but if you see it, and if you buy in, and if you leverage it, this simple fact may do more for you in building wealth, may unlock a new level of wealth building for your situation. If you were a business and you were running a business, you would look at your financial statements on an ongoing basis. In fact, it would feel absurd to not have your financial statements up to date and current on a regular basis. And many small businesses operate without them. And then hopefully nothing bad happens. But inevitably, if something does, it was, if I was operating the business, financially blind. You want to have, if you're a business, again, you want to have a balance sheet and a cash flow statement and an income statement. It's those 3 things. When businesses talk about their financial statements, yeah, there's more to it, but it's typically those 3 things, okay? And the cash flow statement is really just a representation of the income statement, and we're not going to get into accounting principles today. But if you're a business, that balance sheet tells you, well, where do you stand? Where are you today financially with things? And then that income statement, that cash flow statement says, well, where's, how much income's coming in and where's it going? And those would be critical for you to understanding the finances of your business. Same thing applies to you as an individual. What we're talking about right now is housed in the first area of your financial life. We call it your present financial position. Other places might just call it cash flow, whatever. Present financial position. Where do you stand right now? Okay. But that's just one of 6 areas of your financial life. The second area, protection planning. How do you manage risk? More to it than that, but I'll keep it surfacey. Third area, tax planning, not tax preparation, tax planning. What are the strategies for you to pay the least amount of tax over your lifetime? Fourth area is what everyone thinks about when they think about finances, financial planning. That's investment planning. What are the investment strategies you are implementing, risk and reward for you to reach your financial goals? Very, very, very important, but it is one of 6, okay? Fifth area, retirement planning and college planning. So your long-term goals, where are you today? Where do you want to be? Build out that 5-factor retirement plan to get there. And then are you on track? Are you on track? Are you on track? Continuing to stay on top of that. And then the 6th area, estate planning. What happens to your stuff? What are your intentions if something happens to you? If you're not able to manage your own affairs or you pass away, do you have the right structure in place to carry out your intentions? Those are the 6 areas we're talking about right now, this interconnectedness within your present financial position, but it really touches many more areas than just this one. As an individual, what are we talking about? It's not a balance sheet and income statement, although those are some of the phrases that I use. It's a net worth statement. And then you could call it an income statement, but you might call it a budget or cash flow summary. But it's those 2 things. Extremely, extremely powerful in that they work together. These are not separate things. Net worth statement, okay? This is a snapshot of where you stand financially at a given moment. It is looking at, all right, well, how much do you own in assets? Sorry for being kind of geeky here, but how much do you have in the bank? How much do you have saved up for retirement? What are the other assets you own? How much property do you own? Personal property and real property. It adds up all of those different assets and, well, what are they worth today? It's a snapshot in time. But it also adds up all the negatives as well, all the liabilities. Yep, you borrowed money, you got a mortgage, you got a car loan, you might have credit cards, that sort of stuff. It doesn't ignore any of that stuff. It's sort of your financial inventory, but with present values. So your net worth is a snapshot. Well, where do you stand today? If we were to take a picture of your financial life today, what would it look like? All those assets and their values, all those liabilities and their values, and then the assets minus liabilities get you to your net worth. That's not bragging rights. That's not, I'm pompous, or no, it's just, here's where you stand today. And the big idea is, well, tomorrow, is it a little bit better? Okay, that's too short a time period. In a year, is it better? In 3 years, is it better? Are you building wealth? Are you growing your assets, paying down your liabilities? That's your net worth. That's your net worth statement. I hope you're tracking it. It's important so you have visibility on where you stand financially. Sometimes there's strategies that reveal themselves, but also so that you can measure, are you making progress? Not compared to the Joneses, are you making progress? Now, your income statement Yeah, many people, that's a budget, and it's mean, it's negative. Like, oh gosh, no. Let's just say it for what it is. Your budget or whatever, that just tracks how much income are you making and where's it going. You don't need to get too specific. That's what we're trying to measure. How much income are you earning and where is it going? Yes, it's important to track that on a monthly basis and have a cash flow operating system so that you're not only managing your monthly expenses, but you've got a plan for your non-monthly expenses and the expenses you didn't even know were coming, i.e. emergencies. You've got all that laid out and you've got visibility on how much money's coming in and where is it going. I think you can see where I'm going. Most people miss it, and especially on the day-to-day, most people miss it, and therefore they don't leverage this sort of natural law of building wealth, and I want you to use it to your advantage. Is your income statement driving your net worth statement? Is it? If you over time, yeah, I'm trying to build wealth, trying to reach financial independence, and therefore to do that, I'm trying to build assets and pay down liabilities. The question is, are you using your income to do that? And how much? Is it the right percentage? And I'm not saying you shouldn't go out and live and you shouldn't do the things that you want to do. You shouldn't spend any money. No. You need to. And absolutely, money has utility and it's part of life. Trust me, if you save all of it, you're not going to be more fulfilled. I know that. Okay, I know that. However, if you're trying to build wealth, how much of your income statement or your cash flow statement is driving you building your net worth? How much of it is being saved to assets that grow and can appreciate, and how much of it is going down to pay those liabilities so that your net worth is actually going positive and rising? Because here's the surprising twist that many people miss. Many people don't think about that connection. I want the right amount as much as possible, but within balance of your income to be helping your overall net worth over time. But here's the surprising twist most people miss, because it's then that net worth statement that's going to drive your income statement out there in the future. We call that financial independence. Most people do. When you have reached a level where your balance sheet has reached a level where you've got enough assets and hopefully no liabilities or very few drags on your cash flow, such that those assets are producing income for you and you can use your assets for income, not your labor, right? Not your back. That is ultimately where we're striving. And if you don't recognize early on or leverage the power between connecting your income statement to your net worth statement, it's going to be very difficult or take even longer for your net worth statement to drive your income statement. Does that make sense? And I want you to take the right approach, leveraging this natural connection and relationship between these two critical parts of your present financial position to round out and provide the right stability to your overall financial plan. Work with your certified financial planner. If you have not updated your snapshot, if you haven't taken a picture of your financial life recently, I want you to do it now. And not because you've got to brag or you've got to see, should I feel proud or should I feel embarrassed? Nope, it has nothing to do with that. Are you making progress financially? Are you making progress? Where do you stand today? And then if you don't take that picture today, even if you don't have one to compare it against, you won't have one to compare it against out there in the future. Take the picture today. Then are you following the right cash flow operating system? And do you have the right amount of your cash flow going to drive your net worth and build your net worth? That's what I want for you. Work with your CFP on that. If you don't have a CFP on your team, you can contact one on my team. Find us online, Korhorn.com. That's Korhorn with K. WiseMoneyShow.com. You can find us there as well, or give us a call, 574-247-5898. All right, there you have it. Go out and take your next wise step in your financial life.